Hello everybody. Today I'm joining you from my kitchen where I'm going to demonstrate the principles of lean manufacturing, or some of them. If you work in any kind of company that either designs things or manufactures things, you might have come across it. Our house has a pretty small kitchen, so we had to employ a lot of creativity to get everything to fit and to make everything flow properly. We wanted to fit as much as possible, much functionality as possible into one space. So you're going to see some of the tricks that we employed. Maybe you can use some of them in your own kitchen if you're a little bit short on space, or if you find yourself with a bit too much mess, or if you work in manufacturing, maybe this would be a good introduction for you to learn some ways to make your processes more efficient. So let's start the tour. Something you might notice initially is that the kitchen is U-shaped, and that's to reduce the amount of time travelling, which is wasted time in terms of manufacturing. All you have to do is stand in the middle and you can rotate around, and everything you need is in arm's reach. There's a worktop over here which is mainly used for tea and coffee. You can see we've got one mug each. It's colour coded. One is mine and one is my husband's. Can you guess which? We also have some mugs for guests, but these are the only ones that are out. So that they're right above the kettle, and then this is where the tea bags are. Coffee is empty. Something you can do to make sure you never run out of things is to keep these clear containers are great because they display how much of the thing is left. So you can see there's no coffee left. We need to get some more coffee. You can also see over here that we're running low on pasta. We're running low. Well, we've got no sugar at all. Well, we didn't know we're favouring the brown sugar these days, so that's not so much of a worry. Plenty of rice and plenty of cereal, plenty of flour. If you need to go shopping, everything you need to know is at a glance. You just need to look what is missing, what is empty. Look over here, what's missing. Is anything? Look, the honey's running low. All that sort of good stuff. We've got some peanut butter there, looks kind of low. There's no cupboards you need to open, nothing's hiding behind anything else, everything's just fully on view. That's called kanban, which means billboard in Japanese. Just basically means signalling. What signals is this showing us? And you can also see our spice rack where we've condensed, rather than having 12 separate cylinders of spices that would take up a lot of space, we bought this little spice rack, or two of them, that compresses them into little rectangles that are much easier to stack. The olive oil, as you can see, is right next to the hob where you need it. The saucepans are right above the hob where you need it and on display, just on hooks up there to save space. We haven't got any upper cabinets. We took those out when we moved in. We haven't got this net where we keep the potatoes and the kiwis and just sort of random stuff that fits in there. We've got only one bowl each and one plate each. And although these plates might look similar, one of them is slightly smaller than the other. That's my plate. I've got the slightly smaller bowl as well. We have one of each thing. We've got 2 knives and 2 forks, which are also colour-coded. One set of knife, fork and spoon each, so that when we use it, we wash it up ourselves. When there's dirty cutlery and crockery in the sink, we know exactly who's to blame. This is as a quick marriage advice, although I've only been married for a year. Something that I found really helpful is just having a rule. It doesn't matter what the rule is for washing up and doing chores, as long as you decide on what the rule is. So the rule for us is wash up what you use, and we've got a colour coding system to make sure that we know who needs to do the washing up, and if you've used it, you wash it up. That's it. It might seem kind of harsh, but I think having that culpability is really helpful because it's you don't get into fights about who needs to do the washing up. It's decided, and the person who has failed to do the washing up, usually me, is fully aware of what they have done. They can't really hide from that fact. Everything is mounted on the walls here. You can see that easy access. You don't have to open any drawers. You don't have to open a cupboard and rifle around for what you're looking for. Everything is fully on display. We've got, instead of having a huge bin that takes up a lot of floor space, we've got this carry bag hanging on the wall, and here are the other carry bags that we use for bins. Right, as soon as this one gets full, we can just replace it with one of these up here. Here you can see this is actually a proper work counter. It's just the fridge. I sawed a bit of wood to go on top of the fridge. 2 bits of wood actually. You can see the 2 different colours there. But that's we didn't. This was a full height fridge. Before. We really didn't have enough space for that, so we got a small fridge, put some wood on top, and now it's our workspace, our only workspace. Got the microwave up here, not taking up any counter space. You can see me in the reflection. Hello. Got the scales on the wall mounted up there. Again, not taking up any counter space, not going in a cupboard where things have to be hidden. The only thing that is hidden in a cupboard is the cleaning supplies down there in that cupboard. They kind of, not used that often, and they kind of have a dirty look to them. Washing machine here. Inside the washing machine, we keep the hanging device for the drying rack for the clothes. So as soon as you do the washing, you just have to take this out and hang it up. And then we don't have to have a place to store it because it's just in there, and when we need to use it, it's out when we need it to be. Something I've heard lean enthusiasts say a lot is where you need it, when you need it, which is kind of the overall philosophy of this kitchen. Everything is where you need it, when you need it, and everything is plainly obvious to see. Everything's plain. That's the coffee maker, by the way, the AeroPress, if you're going to ask what that is. In the case where we do need a lot of counter space, there is this handy, it's called a kitchen trolley. We've got the kind of spillover kitchen stuff here that we use less commonly. And this comes up. The reason I'm showing you this is because the last engineering video I made got some positive feedback and people seemed to really like it. They wanted to hear more about engineering. So I'm showing some manufacturing principles here in the kitchen. Maybe that would be of interest to you. If you want to find out more about lean, I'll link some interesting YouTube channels below. Some really good ones, sort of doing what I'm doing here today, but on a manufacturing scale. My arm is getting tired, so I think I'm going to have to stop here. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon.